Welcome into another video here of breaking down Week 2 college football big-time matchups. Talking about the 3:30 CBS game here. It's the Cyhawk game, Iowa State versus Iowa, and a monster, and I mean monster, rivalry game. I love watching this game. I love the Cyhawk game. I don't know what about it. It's just a really fun game, and it's weird to me because it's usually a low-scoring game. The total's like 37 in this game, right? It's always a low-scoring game, and I like it because Iowa just stomps this team, I feel like, every time. Yeah, even when it's a good Iowa State team. Like, I remember when Brock Purdy and Breece Hall went in there to try and take down this Iowa team. They scored like 3 points and didn't look like themselves either. Iowa won the game like 10-3 or something like that. That's why the game's fun, right? I guess I like defensive battles. It's kind of crazy because the total's 35.5, by the way. But it's a defensive battle. And I like it so much because the teams go in there and they don't play. They end up not playing how everyone thinks they will play, or they don't play like how they're power rated, or they don't play as well offensively. Like Iowa just put up 40 points. Iowa had the same amount of receiving touchdowns last game than they did all season last game. Cade McNamara had a decent game after really struggling, or at least there was reports and signs in the spring game. He really struggled. Played well enough in that game. And I think Iowa State is a lot better this year than they were last year when people thought they were going to win last year and they ended up losing. I think they could have a chance. I think the line's perfect at 3. I'm not betting the line. I'm not betting the game, honestly, because I don't know what the total anymore. With the headset in the helmets now have slowed the game down, so I lean under, I guess, but I don't know. I just don't want to bet under 35.5 against two teams that look a little bit more promising offensively this year. I mean, Iowa put up 40 points last week against an FCS team, although it is an FCS team. They put up like 10 or 17 last year against their FCS team. And now we got a decent experience. I think experience is the key word. It's an experienced Iowa State team, and maybe that'll push them over the hump in this game. I think that experience does play a big factor going into this game. I think the Big Ten is pretty good. I think Iowa needs to show that they're on the level of USC. They're on the level of Nebraska. They're on the level of Michigan. They're on the level of Penn State. And I think a big-time win here will be a big message to the rest of the Big Ten that we're still here. We're here to play. We're going to contend for a Big Ten title. It's a big game. It's a fun game. I'm not betting it. I don't have a bet on it. But it's a fun game to just sit down and watch. And watch the monster rivalry game. The fans go nuts. The Iowa wave is one of the best traditions in all of college football, especially when you get both of these teams on the field together. It's a fun game. If you haven't ever seen it, I would advise you go and check it out. But ultimately, I will take, for the sake of the video, I will take Iowa. I just feel like Iowa, no matter how good Iowa State is, goes in there and wins the game. But I'm not betting it. And I lean under. Not betting that either. But yeah, those are the picks. I'm Joshua C. Thank you.